Hey everyone, I'll take a look at this week's Champions League Player Look Pack on eFootball. As always, I'll put timestamps in the description for each player, so if there's a particular player you want to hear about, click in the description and there'll be a link to take you straight to him. Let's start with Gabriel Sara. I feel like we've seen him quite a lot lately. Gordon incoming, yeah, I hope so. Right, Gabriel Sara got a face scan, which is out of date because he's got much cooler hair than that. He is a box-to-box. They've changed him from an orchestrator. We've had a few different versions of Sara. We've had DMF, AMF, we've had whole player, we've had playmaker. All fairly similar-ish overall. Just kind of stats shuffled around, obviously different playing styles. They've boosted his pace, his physical contact, his balance. What else they boosted? Set pieces have been boosted. He must have scored a free kick, I guess. Did he? Did he score a free kick? No, his goal wasn't a free kick. Maybe they scored from, maybe got an assist from a free kick or something, I don't know. They've nerfed his kicking power a bit, but it's still decent. And it gets even better when he gets A form. What else they've done? They've nerfed his low pass and finishing a little bit, it seems. Weird. But you get some points back on A form at least. Yay. Taken away rising shots from his skills. They've added long range curler, first time shot, outside curler, interception, and of course fighting spirit, as is pretty much standard on player of the week cards. So yeah, another kind of all-round, well, he's not an all-rounder because he can't defend to save his life, can he? Skill-wise though, he's a bit of an all-round. He's got a few shooting skills, one touch and through, interception, fighting spirit. He's kind of got, yeah, he's more of an attacking mid than a centre mid, isn't he? But if he's a centre mid, he can't defend to save his life. If he's an attacking mid, his attacking awareness and finishing sucks. So yeah, it's not the most interesting Sara card. I'm much happier with my free one, the trainable one that we got when Galatasaray won the league. It's a lot better than this one, certainly as an attacking mid. Yeah, you got some qualities there. Down the right, he's looking pretty decent. Down the left, apart from the attacking awareness and finishing, certainly on A-form looks decent. Without A-form, the passing's a bit iffy, but he can't defend. And yeah, if he's an attacking mid, I mean, even as a centre mid, the attacking awareness isn't great. So yeah, a few stats really go against him. Most people don't get to do the Turkish Sheet challenge, so there's a few things against this card. Got some qualities for sure, but yeah, I'm not sure he's particularly great in either of his positions, really, even if he's on A-form. Certainly the A-form boost helps a lot, though, because of the passing boost. So yeah, could do a job as centre mid or attacking mid, but I don't think he's particularly great in either role. And again, like I say, most people don't get the Turkish Sheet challenge, so that's not the most exciting version of Sara, in my opinion. Yeah, it could be an option for your Brazil squad, I guess. But yeah, not a particularly bad card, but I don't think it's a particularly useful one. It's not a great MF, not a great CMF. Just could maybe do a job in either role, but with some weaknesses there. So it's not a particularly exciting Sara card for me. Bensebaïni, just in time for him to have a bad game last night. So face scan, got a booster. I think he's normally extra frontman, isn't he? It's actually the first time I've had a Bensebaïni card, as far as I can see. Yeah, he's normally an extra front man, changing to a build-up. He's had a decent boost to his pace. He's had a bit of a boost on his defending, and he gets the booster. So yeah, good defending at least on A form. They've taken a few points off his jumping, but you get them back on A form. Whatever. They have taken 10 points off his heading. Why? What are we doing, Konami? Why are you so obsessed with nerfing players' heading? Every single player gets the heading nerf. Why is every player worse at heading when they get in player of the week? Why does playing really, really well mean that your heading gets worse? What is happening? My brain hurts. Anyway, let's move on to the skills before I have an aneurysm. So this guy's got some weird skills in his GP card. He is an extra frontman, to be fair, but they've taken away long range shooting, rising shots, acrobatic finishing, long throw, and penalty specialist on this centre back. And we've gained a few skills instead. We've got one touch pass, low lofted pass, man marking, blocker, and is it sliding tackle? Yeah, sliding tackle. So yeah, I mean, certainly for a centre back, I think we've had the skills upgraded on the whole. Are we lacking anything? Not really. I think we've got all the skills we need defensively. And you got one touch pass and low lofted pass as a bonus. Certainly on A-form was pretty solid. As always, they don't seem to like centre-backs in player of the week having a great deal of physical contact or jumping, albeit the jumping gets decent. Well, it gets pretty good when he's on A-form. Pace is alright, stamina's good. Defending on A-form's good. When he's not on A-form, maybe a little bit lacking on the awareness and possibly tackling. Yeah, on the whole, solid player of the week centre back, really. But again, there's no league challenge. You know, do you like rocking the Dortmund squad in divisions? Do you have an Algeria squad? You can use them in the Champions League challenge as long as Dortmund doing it, but they're not because they've just been eliminated by Atalanta. So yeah, there's a lack of league challenge for this guy. Without A form, nothing too special really, but yeah, it's nothing too bad. He's got a good set of skills, and certainly with A form, he's pretty solid. But yeah, I think the lack of league challenge and when he's not on A form as well, just kind of hold him back a little bit. But he could do worse. I think ultimately you just got a player of the week centre back. It's nothing particularly exciting, but he could certainly do worse. He can do a job for you. Usable for your Africa 11. Yeah, good shout. Other than that, skip. Player of the week rule for defender. Nerf his defender or jumping, buff his speed or acceleration. Yeah, and stamina. That's the rule, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Not bad, is he? He's not a bad centre back, but is he one to get excited about? Not really. I'm biased as a Newcastle fan, but like I was not expecting Trippier to be in. Like, he didn't really play that great. Didn't think. I mean, Gordon makes sense, but I guess they just couldn't find enough players to put in and say, "Oh, Trippier did alright. He got an assist. I guess he's in player of the week. That'll do. Whatever. Cool. Yeah, maybe." But yeah, we got another Trippier player of the week card. Been a while since we had one. He's had a few though. He's had a few player of the week cards and highlights. Pretty similar to his previous player of the week cards, to be honest. Just the stats are shuffled around a bit. He's actually got a bit more pace than his previous player of the week cards, even though he's still a bit lacking for pace. Obviously, he's 35 now. So yeah, slightly quicker than he has been previously, Trippier. I've had a bunch of highlights that are slightly better than this as well, including his old Showtime. One of the first Showtime cards. I think when they introduced Edge Crossing, he was one of the first Edge Crossing Showtime cards. So yeah, it's not the best Trippier card, but it's a solid one. He's got a bit more pace than he sometimes has, especially in player of the week cards. And the pace has been boosted from his GP card, as has his physical contact, and his on the ball and passing been boosted a bit as well. Looking pretty solid on the whole. He's just a bit slow, really. That's pretty much the story, I think. It's a very usable attacking fullback, unless you're really put off by that pace, which you might be. And then skill-wise, they've definitely made a few changes here. So with the skills, so they've taken away long throw. We can live without that. We've gained one-touch pass and through passing, outside curler and blocker. So some nice additions, but a fullback without interception and without man marking as well. You're lacking a couple of important skills for a fullback, really. Got some nice ones going forward, and blocker's obviously a nice addition. Slide and tackle can be helpful, fighting spirit, but yeah, lacking a couple of important defensive skills there, and he will lack a bit of pace for a lot of people. So yeah, for a Newcastle fan, could be a very nice pickup if you don't already have a nice Trippier card, but I've got a couple. At least one of mine's got interception. And yeah, apart from that slight boost of the pace, there's not enough about it really to make it appealing for me. Like I said, I think the lack of pace will put a lot of people off. You can use him on the left. He's not overly two-footed. They've given him outside curler. You can make him a right midfielder, but does he have enough down that left column to be a winger? Attacking awareness, no. Finishing's absolutely horrific. Not great on the ball. The passing's alright. He's going to have a very nice cross on him. He's got the lofted pass and kicking power, both hitting 90 with the game plan boost. Curl's pretty decent as well. And obviously he's got pinpoint crossing, so he's got a nice cross on him. So you could use him on the right, whips and crosses in, but yeah, is he going to be that great on the ball? The attack awareness and finishing being pretty bad, I don't know. So yeah, I think he's essentially just an attacking fullback who's a little bit lacking in pace, which will put a lot of people off, but could still be a handy option for your English League Challenge, and obviously Newcastle fans, or maybe fans of other teams he's played for, could find a good pickup as a collector's card type of thing. So yeah, it's a good Trippier card, but like I say, lacking one or two important skills and lacking a bit of pace as well. So I think a lot of people will probably be a little bit put off for those reasons. What are you lot thinking? Put him in for fighting with Gordon. Did they give him fighting spirit? He's already got it, hasn't he? What are we saying? Trying to compensate for not giving you cards. If they want to compensate for not giving me cards, they should give me cards I actually want. Got two Trippiers. His pace is concerning for a fullback. Yeah, exactly. Needs a little bit of pace. Yeah. Would be using him in right midfield. Yeah, like I say, I personally think he's lacking in a few areas down the left-hand side for a winger, but he's got some quality and his crossing is fantastic. Chippy's okay. Yep, looks good. Yeah, he looks decent. One touch and through is good, but no interception kills it. Yeah, that is a big miss, and man marking as well. Would work if he could be centre mid. Bit of a stretch, his passing's not great. England, yeah, for your England squad could be an option. Usually give him all defensives on player. Yeah, most player of the week fullbacks, they do give him all the skills, don't they? Yeah, that's true. Been a bit harsh. We've got Trent already. Some people do. Yeah, I think that sums it up. You know, I think everyone's pretty much thinking the same thing. He's all right. It's just lacking in one or two pretty important areas. So it could be a handy one to pick up. But yeah, those areas where he's lacking a bit could really hold him back a bit. Where are we going? There. So, first of two Galatasaray players, Noa Lang. Got a face guy, just joined them from Napoli. This guy's normally a left wing forward and a prolific winger. They have changed him to a left midfielder and a whole player. They've added left midfield as a fully proficient position. They've increased his weaker foot usage, but not accuracy. So that's not an upgrade. That's actually a bit of a downgrade in a way. What else have they done here? We've had a few Noa Lang cards. He's about as good as any that we've had, so it's a good Noa Lang card. They boosted his speed, his kicking power, his physical contact. What else they boosted? His defending, excellent. His finishing's been boosted a bit. Nice finishing for a winger. What about skills? So we've lost gamesmanship, and we've gained long range curler, first time shot, one touch passes. We've already got through passing, we've got pinpoint crossing, outside curler. Got some pretty nice skills there. One, two nice ones on the ball. Bit of end product with the passing and shooting and crossing. Albeit his low and lofted pass stats aren't great, so he's still not going to be great with the passing. So similar to Berardi, really, he's more of a goal scoring winger than one who's going to be doing a great deal of creating for you. But he's decent on the ball for a whole player, decent awareness, very decent attacking awareness for a winger. Finishing's decent enough, good pace, kicking power's okay, balance is okay, stamina's not great, especially if you're playing him in any position where a whole player's his active playing style, he's going to get tired. So that's a bit of a negative. But yeah, from wide left, cutting onto his right foot, I think it'd be pretty handy, especially as a whole player. Attacking mid or SS, for me, the passing's not good enough. I think that'll really hold him back through the middle. And likewise on the right, as a right footer, right wing forward without an active playing style, can't cross the ball. Don't do you get too much out of him. I think he's very much going to be best going off the left wing as a kind of inverted winger. But if you play him like that, similar to Berardi, really, a few stats I'd like to be. Actually, I think it's very similar to Berardi, isn't he? Poor passing. One or two technicals, the ball control, for example, a little bit low. Not a great deal of balance, poor stamina. Isn't that very similar to Berardi and the other player at the big pack? I think I said pretty much the same thing. Yeah, not great for creating, but as a goal-scoring winger, could be decent. But whereas Berardi, you can use in the Italian League Challenge, most people don't get to do the Turkish League Challenge. So, yeah, there's some qualities there. I've actually got a previous player of the week card of Noa Lang that's not quite as good as this, I don't think. But he feels pretty nice. He feels pretty nimble on the ball, pretty nippy. I do quite like him, but yeah, lack of a league challenge. When are you going to use him? I've only used mine against the AI a few times, so limited use for this card. There's a few stats I'd like to be a little bit higher there. You've got to be very careful with the passing and crossing, but yeah, could be an alright card to pick up. Could be one for your Netherlands squad. But yeah, on the whole, with the lack of a league challenge for most people, few stats not being quite where they want to be. It's certainly not a bad card, but I don't think it's an amazing one. Is he the one that celebrated and got conceded immediately? Don't know. Passing sucks, you've got to cut in and shoot with Lang. Yeah, exactly. Netherlands do a job, yep. Out wide, decent, yep. Trying to skip this part of the video, but it doesn't skip. Unlucky. I like whole players. Me too. SS, yeah. I mean, his passing's iffy. You could get away with it as long as you're careful enough, like really careful with the passing. For sure, you could get away with it. And as a whole player SS, I like whole players there as well. But yeah, got to be careful with that passing. So could be an option through the middle, but certainly wide left could be a handy one. It's just, a few stats not quite where you want to be. And the lack of league challenge for most people will probably hold him back as well. So it's a good Noa Lang card, but I think for most people, it would just be limited use for him. Balogun from Monaco. No face scan. That's not a face scan, is it? I don't think it is. Only standard form. French leagues, no French league challenge. Monaco are out of the Champions League now, so they can't use him in Champions League challenge. The Rocket USA squad could be handy for that. But yeah, it's a player of the week striker. Attacking awareness and finishing both 84. Yeah, but got pace, pretty nice in the ball for striker. Player of the week cards are getting so repetitive. Are they just getting really lazy with it? I don't know. Anyway, so we've had a few versions of Balogun, we've had a few highlights. Some of them are better, primarily because they can have you can get more awareness and finishing on the highlight versions of him. They've taken a few off his acceleration and put him onto his speed. Who cares? They have given him a nice boost to his physical contact and his stamina. He's on the ball, and I think his passing as well have had a bit of a boost. Slightly nerfed his awareness and finishing. So yeah, they're actually normally a little bit higher than that, but obviously he's not as good as he normally is because he's in player of the week. Yeah, okay. What about skills? Skill wise, okay, big changes here. Scotch move is gone. Rabona's gone. Penalty specialist is gone. Gamesmanship is gone. We've gained a bunch. We've gained heading, long range curler, and long range shooting. What else is new? One touch pass, outside curler, and of course fighting spirit, because that's what you get when you're in player of the week. And he's another super sub. We've got another striker super sub. So yeah, well, at least we've got a striker who hasn't had acrobatic finishing removed. That makes a change. He's a super sub. He's got the important shooting skills there. He's rapid, which is great for a goal poacher. But his balance isn't great. Stamina's not amazing. And the awareness and finishing aren't too great. So could he do a job? Yes. Are there qualities there? Yes, especially the pace. But the awareness and finishing are super important. They're just not great. And what mode are you going to use them in? USA squad, Monaco squad, Arsenal past and present. If it's not for those reasons for a theme squad, then I just don't see that much use for him. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad card. It's just it's a player of the week card, isn't it? It's just your bog standard player of the week striker. Can he do a job? Yeah. Is it worth spending coins to get him? No. That's what I think. What do you think? Sub at best for most. Yeah, probably. Got a highlight card of him. It's better than his player of the week. Yeah, the awareness and finishing are the big difference, aren't they? Look how they massacred my fellow American. Why does player of the week kill awareness and finishing for strikers? Exactly. I kind of get it in a way. They want to emphasize how good the paid cards are in the Showtime packs and the Legend packs and stuff, right? But they've actually nerfed the awareness and finishing a bit from his GP card. You know, how is he worse at the most important things when he's literally, it's literally a card based on him playing really, really well. English, is he? Why, he's dual nationality, isn't he? Sub on Blue Arrows. Standard player of the week goal poacher. Yeah, exactly right. I mean, sometimes they do poachers with a lack of pace. They don't seem to do it as much these days, to be fair, which is good. But yeah, it's the awareness and finishing are lacking a bit. I mean, they're not terrible. They're still all right. It's just, you know, you don't. It's like I say, this is a pack where you got to spend coins apart from your free spin. And you're going to spend coins for a player who's all right at the most important things. No, you're not, are you? Realistically, so. Yeah, not a bad card, but again, it's just a player of the week striker, which means that in some of the most important ways, one to other ways, he's just not that great, even if he's got some really nice pace and some qualities there. Just another card that's just kind of there, and it's not exactly enticing me to spend coins, is it? Patrik Schick. So, another striker. We've got a face scan. I like this guy in real life. I quite like him in game, actually. I had a version of him, I think, back on Pairs. He was quite nice. So, they've changed him from a deep line forward to a goal poacher. And as much as at first sight you're thinking, oh, yet another player of the week goal poacher with only mid-80s awareness and finishing, boop, you got a booster, and the A-form booster gets him 90 plus on both of those when he gets his boost in the game plan, and he's pretty nice on the ball. That ball control is going to hit 90 on A-form as well when you get to the game plan. Pace, speed's alright, acceleration is a bit lacking. That does let him down a bit, as does the balance, but he's got a bit of physical strength. He's got some power behind his shots, unwavering form. So yeah, pros and cons again, because again, there's no major elite challenge for this guy. And like I say, one or two stats there are a bit iffy, but he's got some nice stats as well. This is one of these cards where without A-form, he looks alright. With A-form, I think he looks nice. That for me is outside of my Newcastle bias, because I want that Gordon card. This for me might be the pick of the pack. I think it's a nice looking card. Like I say, he's normally a deep line forward. We have had a couple of versions of Schick. This is about as good as any. They've taken a few points away from his awareness and finishing actually compared to his GP card, but you do get them back when he's on A-form. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense, I guess. What else they done? They boosted him on the ball. They give him a boost to his pace. What else they done? Yeah, the right column's had a bit of a boost. He's been boosted a bit athletically. They've taken a bunch of points off his set piece taking and his curl. That's a shame on his long range curlers. Does he have long range curler? Yes. Have they done anything else with his stats? Not a great deal, really. Right, back to the skills then. So we've lost chip shot control. Heel trick, of course, they always take heel trick away. And penalty specialist, but we've gained long range shooting, outside curler, and fighting spirit. Again, obviously fighting spirit, why not? So yeah, pretty nice section skills on this guy. First time shot and long range curler, probably the first two skills most people would want on a striker, certainly a goal poacher. You got long range shooting as well, heading, and aerial superiority. Okay, is he going to be great in the air? Not really. He's not going to be bad though. 6'1", not much jumping. Yeah, he'll get the odd header here and there. Yeah, pretty good section skills on the whole. He's just a goal poacher who's not that quick. He's just not quite got that turn of pace with that poor acceleration. The balance isn't great, but He's pretty tidy on the ball for a poacher, and the awareness and finishing on A form at least. You know, you're getting a few important stats up to the 90 mark there. You've got some kicker power behind his shots as well, which does make a difference. So, yeah, there are 1 or 2 stats that do need to be a little bit better for it to be a really good card, but most of those stats to me, especially on A form, are looking pretty tidy. Without A form, looks all right. With A form, I think that's a nice looking striker. Just 1 or 2 stats that could do being a bit higher, and obviously no regular league challenge for him. So, a couple of negatives against him, but I think on A form at least, that looks like a nice striker. What do you lot think? You got him, nice. Looks a decent card, yeah. Looks good when on A form, yep. Underrated player, very good. Like him, yeah, me too. Probably not going to use him because no league challenge. Yeah, that's a shame. That's the negative, isn't it? He's okay. New to play, would use him. Could hold on to the ball. Yeah, I think if he could, I would give him a try. To be fair, I mean, if I played the game more online, if there was a real use for him, which there isn't because of the lack of league challenge. But I think he's good. I think a fair few people could like this guy. He is going to be quite good at holding to the ball. Passing could be worse. He's got 1 touch pass, albeit not through passing. I think that's quite big to be said for him. I think that's a solid looking card. That's an interesting one. If I was going to get a shit card, I'd much prefer a poacher to a deep line forward. So that one for me, I think alongside Gordon, this would be my pick from the pack. I'd be really pleased if I got him. Certainly on A form, I would give him a go now and then. It looks pretty nice. Maybe not quite as appealing without it though, but you do at least have a booster in this one to give him pretty decent awareness and finishing, which is more than can be said for a lot of the strikers we've looked at lately. So yeah, there are 1 or 2 negatives. 1 or 2 stats are a bit on the low side, lack of a league challenge, but I think certainly on A form could be a tidy striker for a fair few people, that, especially me. Onyedika from Club Bruges, or is it Brugge? I can't remember my mind up. Some commentators say Brugge, some say Bruges. I always used to say Bruges. I'll say Bruges. No face count for this guy. Destroy defensive midfield. That's what he normally is, I think. Have we had a previous version of this guy? I'm not sure. Weaker foot accuracy has been increased. He's still fairly one-footed though. He's got a previous highlight card, but there's no levels on eFootball, so I'm not sure if it ever got released. And on a defensive midfielder destroyer, unsurprisingly, they've nerfed his defending. Of course, why would they not do that? But they have boosted him a bit down both the right and left columns, to be fair. So he's kind of, I guess, this is a more kind of well-rounded version of him rather than an out-and-out defensive mid, I guess. Skill-wise, I've taken Scotch move away. We've gained a bunch of skills. We've got first-time shot, through passing, and again, outside curl and fighting spirit. I think that's 3 cards in a row got outside curl and fighting spirit. So yeah, pretty good section skills there. On a DMF, I'd like man marking on him. DMF destroyer, but got interception and block at least. You've got sliding tackle as well, fighting spirit. And then when you get him on the ball, soul control is a nice one. Not many destroyers have soul control. And then 1 touch through, weighted, outside curler. So yeah, for the most part, a pretty good section skills there. But what role are you going to put him in? You're not going to play him as a centre-back. He can't defend well enough for centre-back. He'll be rubbish in the air. Defensive midfielder is an out-and-out defensive mid, protecting your defence. Has he got enough defensively for you? I would say statistically probably not. And that man marking skill is going to be a bit of a miss. As a kind of all-rounder, either in some kind of double pivot or midfield 3, something like that, or as a centre midfielder. Has he got enough overall? He's kind of got a bit of everything, but he's not got a great deal of anything, has he? He's not great on the ball. His passing is kind of iffy. It's borderline. The attacking awareness is awful. Can't shoot defensively. As an all-rounder in the middle of the park, yeah, it could be okay there. Very aggressive. Down the right. Bit of a lack of bounce. Apart from that, he's all right. So, yeah, some decent stats there, but yeah, it just depends how you use him. I don't see any particular role you can use this game where he's going to be particularly good. He could be kind of all right in 1 or 2 midfield roles, but again, no regular league change. They're out of Europe now as well, aren't they? They went out to Atletico Madrid. They're unlucky. They played really well over the 2 legs. Good team, Club Brugge. But yeah, no regular league challenge. Don't think he's particularly great in any position. Most of the skills he needs, but I don't see any reason to spend coins trying to get this guy. It's another card in Player of the Week that I just think isn't particularly exciting. Defensive awareness is bad. Yeah, exactly. That's the one big weakness on a destroyer, right? That's a real shame. Both are correct, Dutch and French pronunciation. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I wonder what's correct for English then. No face scan even with AFCON license. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Centre mid workhorse, Nigerian side, very good. Yeah, he could be an all-rounder. He's just not particularly great in any area, is he? I like DMF destroyers. Looks okay for you. Skills look good. Stats a little underwhelming. Yeah, that's a good summary. Yeah, he is just a bit underwhelming, isn't he? Unless he plays above his stats. Yeah, he might play above his stats, but yeah, sadly for me, everything's just kind of looking okay. He could be all right as a DMF, could be all right as a centre fielder, but Am I going to spend money on an all-right card? No, I'm not. I'm not sure many people will, to be honest. Oblak, good goalie. There you go. No, yeah, it's a solid Oblak card. Defensive keeper, face scan, good goalie stats. You don't need the A form boost, unwavering form. As is usually the case, he doesn't have low punt, which is a bit of a drawback for a lot of people. I don't particularly like defensive keepers either, but he's got a few stat skills there. And like I say, yeah, those goalie stats are solid. Not the first Oblak card we've had. It's pretty similar overall to the previous Player of the Week card we had. We've had more than one, actually. One of them has a booster that makes it a bit better, actually. He's got a Showtime card. It's obviously his best card. Apart from that, though, he's around a pretty similar level to his best highlight cards, to be honest. This is a good, solid version of him. There's at least one highlight that is a bit better, though. A little bit, at least. He's slightly better than the one from the penalty game, but not a massive difference. This is parrying and reach that have had the most significant boost, and obviously have nerfed his jumping. But yeah, all those goalie stats going above 90 with the game plan boost. And as eFootball Hub is about to confirm, unless I'm in a queue, which I probably will be. No, I'm not. His arm coverage, I'm going to take a guess, 172, 173 is it? 170.9, yeah, it's not great, actually. Surprising, actually, Oblak's one of those keepers. He seems taller to me. I always forget. You know, he's 6'2", not great arm coverage. He kind of just looks a bit bigger than that, but yeah, not brilliant arm coverage. So I guess kind of a similar situation to Henderson, really. He's not going to have the best arm coverage, which will kind of hold him back a little bit. But it's still a solid keeper. You know, there's no weakness with the stats, but he is lacking low punt. So yeah, unwavering form, can use in the Spanish League Challenge, but I don't think that many people need an Oblak card since using the penalty game, and this one isn't too different to it, really. So yeah, I can't say it's a bad goalie card, but I can't say it's an amazing one either. I think arm coverage has become such a key thing nowadays with goalies. It just kind of holds him back a little bit from being better than from being as good as his stats kind of suggest that he is. But he's still a good goalie. If you don't have that many good goalie options for your Spanish League Challenge, and if you somehow don't have a good Oblak card, it can be a very nice pickup. What you were saying, another Oblak looks fine. Yeah, that sums it out really. Don't you need to add anything to that really. Got the penalty one, same as this. Yeah, pretty similar. Got him and would be good for new to play. Yeah, solid goalkeeper option. If you're really aiming to build a really strong competitive squad, he's probably not going to be at that kind of level that you want. But most Premier League Player of the Week goalies aren't really. So yeah. Is it a bad one? No, but it's not the most exciting one. It's just a solid Oblak. But if you do, like I say, if you do like goalie options in general, especially for the Spanish League Challenge, he would definitely do a job for you. Yes, it's the card I'm not going to get from my free spin. Anthony Gordon, so got 4 goals. So yeah, when you score 4 goals in the knockout stage of the Champions League, you're a striker with some more underwhelming awareness and finishing. We're back to a pretty regular Player of the Week strikers, although he is normally a winger, so can't complain too much. And he could still be a very nice winger, actually. So yeah, the booster is agility. I can tell you that straight away. Yep, that's one I can guess correctly. Yeah, so Gordon doesn't normally have centre forward as a position. He's normally a left wing forward. They made him the change of a prolific winger left wing to a goal poacher centre forward. They've added centre forward. And this to me looks like just about the best version of Gordon as a striker or a winger. His awareness and finishing have obviously been boosted. His physical contact and balance have had a bit of a boost, even though neither of them are particularly amazing still. But they have been boosted. Lost a bit of pace, but you get most of it back when he's an A4. What else have they done? That's about it, really. Let's look at the skills. Quite a few changes here. So they've taken away soul control. That's annoying. I really like soul control. So we've lost soul control. We've lost dipping shots, pinpoint crossing, and gamesmanship. You can't take gamesmanship off Anthony Gordon, please. But we've gained double touch. Did he do a double touch? I don't remember it. I probably wouldn't have noticed if he did, to be fair. First time shot, very important one, of course. Penalty specialist and fighting spirit. Of course, he gets fighting spirit. No track. Oh, he's got track back. Good, yeah. I think on eFootball Hub he didn't have track back, but yeah, pretty good section skills. First time shot, long range curl, long range shooting, one touch pass and through passing. His passing for a striker isn't that bad, actually. It doesn't look amazing, but for a centre forward, it's not too bad. So one touch and through, yeah, the passing will be okay for a striker. Certainly for a goal poacher. He's got those shooting skills, track back and fighting spirit. Yeah, I think that's a fair job they've done of him, to be fair. I mean, no disrespect to Karabag, but to score the goals against Karabag, you can't expect them to make a kind of, you know, an amazing centre forward card. You can't, you know, I can understand them not making him too amazing. 2 of his goals are penalties as well. I'm not a fan of players getting into a Player of the Week just for penalties, but he did score 4 in total, so you kind of got to put him in, haven't you? And yeah, pretty rapid. Very nice on the ball for a striker. And like I say, the awareness and finishing aren't amazing, but you can certainly get away with it. As a striker, he could definitely do a job. Not too dissimilar to Ansu Fati in a way, the stats, I think. Very nice on the ball, good pace, just not a great awareness and finishing. But yeah, on the left wing, won't have an active playing style, but pace on the ball. Yes, the balance isn't amazing, but awareness and finishing are good for a winger. You have this guy on the left wing as another goal-scoring winger, like a couple of other players who looked at today. With the skills he's got, could be a very, very handy left winger as well. Certainly as a kind of left wing forward. So yeah, it's a handy Anthony Gordon card. I think overall, looking at it objectively, it's the best Anthony Gordon card we've had. I think you've got a couple of ways you could use him. Could be a fantastic option for the English League squad. Yeah, for Newcastle fans like me, very interesting. Obviously, my pick from the pack would be nice to have a centre forward Gordon card. So yeah, dodgy awareness and finishing, but I think you can kind of allow that on this card. I can understand that. But I think this is one of the best in the pack. It's a very interesting looking card to me. Greedy goals Gordon. Yeah. Should have let Voltweiler take the pen, shouldn't he? The second one. Nice on A form, yeah. Yeah. He's nice without it, I think. But certainly the A form does make him a bit nicer. Left winger cutting in, yeah, exactly. Inverted winger. 4-piece Gordon. Looks to be an elite winger with the stats, yeah. I'm not sure I'd say elite with the balance not being a bit better, to be fair. And the passing's a bit iffy. But he does look very nice as a winger. He does look a bit spicy. Use him left wing, yeah. 103 rated left wing. Oof, nice. Fantastic card. I'd hate to miss out on him. Oi. England team would be a must. Yeah, it could be very good for an England team. I have his horrible creative playmaker card with no... Oh, yeah, he's had one of them, hasn't he? He's a classic player of the week playmaker who can't playmake. Yeah, I think I picked that one up and released it because I got a highlight version. So yeah, that is a nice golden card. The only bad thing is I'm not going to get it. I'm going to get someone I don't want, as always. But yeah, nice card that. Dean Huijsen, I thought he was having a really bad time for Madrid, but he obviously played right last week. So build-up centre-back, no booster, very two-footed. You don't always get that on a centre-back. His technicals aren't too bad for centre-back. And he's got unwavering form as well, Spanish League challenge. Looking pretty positive. The defences are pretty strong. The pace is alright for a big tall guy, 6'5". Stamina's decent. Have they boosted that? Probably. What have they done with this Huijsen card? We've had a few Huijsen cards, not too many. It's better than his previous player of the week card when he's at Bournemouth. It's not quite as good as his Showtime card. Plus his Showtime card had, was it a Visionary Pass or something? Compared to his new transfers pack, it's kind of similar. Stats kind of shuffle around a little bit. He's had quite a nice boost down the right column actually. Some of those athletic stats. What else is going on here? They've slightly nerfed his defences actually, and you're not going to believe this, they've nerfed his heading. We've lost 4 points off heading because what else have they done? Not a lot really. What about skills? We've gained acrobatic clearance, fighting spirit, sliding tackle. Is that it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course you get fighting spirit. That's pretty much it really. You show some fighting spirit, you're in player of the week, I guess, apparently. Are we missing something there? Oh, we're missing man marking. Okay, so there's one negative with this Huijsen card. So we've got heading and aerial, interception, blocker, sliding acrobatic. But yeah, rising shot. That's a nice one to have in a centre back, I guess. Yeah, man marking is a big miss. That's a big miss. So we've got one negative. Apart from that, the heading's not great, but he's got heading and aerial skills, and he's very tall, so he's not going to be bad in yeah. Physical strength, that's fine. I like a bit more, but it's there or thereabouts. Defenses are pretty strong, even though they've nerfed him slightly. Pace is alright for a big tall dude. Stamina's good. No wires down left, except for the fact they've nerfed heading for no apparent reason whatsoever. So yeah, lots to be said for this guy. He's a good, strong build-up centre-back. Spanish League challenge could be a really nice option. I'll maybe inform, two-footed, most of the skills he wants, but there's a skill missing. That's man marking. Man marking is an important skill in a centre-back, so that's a real shame. Why didn't they give him man marking? If you're in player of the week as a centre back, can you not mark people? Take rising shot away. Who's going to complain if you take rising shot away from man marking? So yeah, great card, spoiled by the lack of man marking. That's my summary of that card. What do you lot think? This Huijsen similar to that Showtime. Ooh, Huijsen, sorry. Similar to, yeah, it's not far off it. The Showtime's a bit better, and it's got better skills, and it's got a Showtime skill. Really good for his age. Okay, for Spanish League and for a Spanish squad, yeah, good be going for his Spanish squad. No man marking, yeah, exactly. Solid card for player of the week. Definitely has no good. Yeah, if you got the Showtime, you don't need this one, definitely. Jumping, yikes, yeah, but he's very tall. He's not going to be amazing in the air. but he's not going to be weak either. Yeah, it's just man marking really, apart from the fact they've nerfed his heading for no reason, and the fact he's got no man marking. You know, everything else is looking great, but that lack of man marking skill especially, it seems a bit harsh to say just one skill missing is going to ruin the card, but it's a big miss. So yeah, that does make it a bit of a shame. If he had man marking, I'd say that's a really good solid centre back, player of the week centre back, but without man marking, that's a big asterisk, unfortunately. But apart from that, he looks good. But I don't know how many people need him really. Right, last one, Désiré Doué again. Came off the bench, didn't he? There was no injury to someone who came on. So he got face scan, got the booster. What's the booster? Ball control, finishing, kicking, well, physical. That's shooting. Yes, I've guessed 2 correctly today. Nice. So yeah, another deep line forward. I've got his previous deep line forward player of the week card on one of my accounts. This is a bit better. This looks like it's I think the best player of the week version we've had with Doué so far. They've actually put his weaker foot accuracy and weaker foot usage both up one, so he's more two-footed than normal. What else they've changed it from his normal position playing style. So he's normally a right wing forward roaming flank. They've made him a centre forward, deep line forward. They've added centre forward and SS and left wing forward. So he played 3 different positions during his substitute appearance, apparently. Fair enough. I won't complain. I didn't see the game. What else have they done? He's had a couple of showtimes. It's not as good as his paid showtime card. That was an SS whole player with more positions. The one from the penalty game is currently in the penalty game, pretty similar. That's obviously a roaming flank like his GP card. It's not got as many positions as this one, but yeah, you can train it. So do you need this one if you've got the one from the penalty game? Probably not. Although if you really like a deep line forward, you might prefer this one. Yeah, and he's already trained for the left, which is penalty game version isn't. Better than any of his regular highlights. So yeah, not the best away card, but it's a good one. They've actually slightly nerfed him on the ball, which is kind of silly, but whatever, I guess. I mean, I guess they've changed it from a winger to a striker. I can kind of understand that. And he's still good on the ball. They boost his awareness and finishing. That makes sense. His physical contact, his stamina. I think his kicking power's had a bit of a boost. They've given him a big boost to his heading and jumping. So most players are getting a heading and jumping nerfed. They've given him a big boost to his heading and jumping, but they've not given him heading or aerial. So was he better at heading than normal? Or was he worse than normal? Or was he no better than normal? What are we doing now? We're not going to give him heading on aerial, but you are going to give him a really big... I think heading especially has had a really big boost. And jumping. What's going on? Make your minds up. Yeah, there we go. Skills then. What we're doing with the skills. We are taking away Sombrero, Scotch move, chip shot control, acrobatic finishing, and heel trick. So yeah. It's kind of the holy trinity of skills that I wish I'd stop removing, but acrobatic finishing and heel trick both gone. We've gained double touch, that's new. Long range curler is new, nice addition. Long range shooting and first time shot are new. And super sub, of course, because he came off the bench. He's already got one touch passing, 3 passing, so yeah, some skill moves, some shooting, some passing, and he's a super sub. Some nice skills, some nice stats. He's quick, he's good on the ball, especially on A form. Balance is kind of okay. Low passes are right, and he's got 1 touch and through, yeah. So he's got decent passing for a wide man. For a deep line forward, it depends what position you're going to play him in. Centre forward is pretty nice. SS, maybe. AMF, not high enough. Finishing, yeah, depends where you play him again. I mean, as a centre forward without A form, I think the worse than finishing let him down a bit. You could still certainly get away with him though, because you're going to be good on the ball. As an SS, I think it's pretty nice. I think you're worse than finishing fine as an SS. You can get away with the passing, good on the ball, bit of pace. Like I say, the passing holds him back as an AMF for me, but wide right, wide left, you could get away with him wide right for sure, but I think wide left especially, cutting in onto his right foot as an inverted winger. He can pass the ball, but he can definitely shoot, especially on A form. He's got the skills for the passing and shooting there. Wide left without an active playing style could be very handy, so yeah, we've had 1 or 2 better Doué cards, but outside of the paid showtime, we've not had much better. You could argue it's up there with the best versions we've had. It's outside of that paid showtime card. It's a good version of him. If you've not got a good Doué card, and if you somehow managed to not get on from the penalty game, it could be really nice. But yeah, it's another one of his cards where if you've got the showtime version in the penalty game, how many people are going to look at this card and really want to spend coins on it? Probably not many, but it's an obvious choice for the pack though. I can't criticise the choice to put him in the pack. And it is a good card, obviously. Even if not that many people are really going to need him. And certainly some people do like a deep line forward. So yeah, could be a very appealing one to a lot of people, and it's certainly a good card if you pick him up. But Again, though, no regular league change apart from the Champions League change, and they're obviously still in that, Paris Saint-Germain. So yeah, plenty of positives, but one or two things about him that might hold him back a little bit. What do you lot think of this card? He curls pretty good in real life, but do he? Not this card. 70 curl. That's not great. Not in his curlers. Better than the Showtime in Daily Pens in lots of ways. I don't know. I think the Showtime gets the edge on the whole. You can train them as well, but there's not a lot of difference. Different slightly. I mean, the playing styles are very different. Very. Obviously, deep line forward is only active centre forward and SS. Roaming flank is only active left wing, right wing as a midfielder or wide forward. So yeah, different kind of profiles. And you've got a Showtime skill on the penalty one. Splits curler on it. So yeah, different cards, but in terms of overall ability, yeah, pretty similar. 2-foot is very good. Yeah, he's somewhat 2-footed. Does he get outside curler? No, you might want to give him outside curler. You would benefit from that at times. He was excellent when he came on. Yeah, from what I read. Yeah, I saw the highlights, I think, as well. Good as an SS? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. If you can't get him through Daily Pen, it's a good one to have, yes. Looks like a Fortnite character. Random. Maybe. Fortnite of Doué. So yeah, it's a good card. Do many people need it? Probably not, but for sure, if you like a deep line forward, it could be a really nice one to have, and it is a good version of Doué. So yeah, one or two things go against him in terms of how much use you get out of him and how much you really needed a good Doué card. But if you do want a good Doué card, that is one. It's a good card. A few ways you can use him. Yeah, it's a good version of Doué. Right. You lot can review the pack again, because I really need a drink this time. My throat's going again. What do you think of that pack? It's a mixed bag for me. There's a few decent ones, but it's not the most exciting, I don't think. I think Gordon is a good card. Huijsen would be good if you had man marking. Doué's a good card, obviously, but who really needs him if the vast majority of us are going to get from the penalty game? Oblak's a solid Oblak, but again, we've had him in the penalty game, so again, how many people need him? Onyedika, no. Schick, yeah, he looks pretty nice, but lack of a regular league challenge. Balogun, meh. Bensebaïni, meh. Noa Lang, yeah, maybe. Trippier, lacking a couple of important defensive skills and a bit of pace, so that holds him back quite a bit. And then Sara, not really. Yeah, that's not a great pack for me, actually. What am I giving that out of 10? 5? I'm giving that 5 out of 10. I'm going to start rating them out of 10. That's a 5 for me. It's all opinion, obviously, but yeah, for me, I don't think I'd give that more than about a 5 out of 10. I don't see a lot in there. If I wasn't a Newcastle fan, I'd be looking at shit thinking that's a nice one. Apart from that, obviously Gordon's a good card, but not a lot in there for me that really excites me, to be honest. 7 from Andy, maybe. 5, you'd not be unhappy the rest of skips. You got the whole player CMF. Yeah, that's probably the lowest rated of his player of the week cards, isn't it? It still feels nice, though. Nice on the ball, loads of people said that. 5 from Mars, 6 from Jamie, bad from Amir. Yeah, it's kind of not a great one, is it? I think we can agree. 10 out of 10 for Gordon. I only want Gordon, the rest of this card. 2 out of 10 from Amir. Worse than the regular one. You think? I think they're both kind of nah. I don't think any of them are much better than the other, really. Didn't the guy from Konami say they were going to start improving player of the week? That obviously hasn't started happening yet, has it? Yeah, it's not a great one, is it? Let's all agree on that. Right, let's do the free spin and not get the player I want, as usual. Let's do predictions. We're not have predictions anymore. Actually, let's not do predictions. I can't be bothered. Let's just get it done. Am I going to get Gordon? Probably not. No. Oh my god. I've got my 3rd Huijsen, everyone. Yay! I'm really glad I just spent the past hour playing the event and getting that free spin. It was such an excellent use of my time. Well, if you watch this on YouTube later, cheers for watching. Let me know what you think of this disappointing pack and the fact that we never get the players we want from spins. When are we getting selection contracts back? When? And when are they going to stop giving strikers bad awareness? Oh, I'm just sick of the game at the moment. Anyway, cheers for watching. Hope you found that useful. Let me know who you spun. Let me know what you think of the pack. There'll be 1 or 2 more reviews coming out. There's 1 or 2 went live this week already if you want to check them out. Jump in the Discord if you're not already there. And enjoy the rest of your weeks. See you next time. Cheers for watching. Bye!